Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to the studio, my people. It is Jason Gooner in the building again. More World Cup Nightly coming your way tonight. We have a bonus presentation because we are streaming simultaneously with the Brazil versus Haiti match. This match is a huge match for both teams. They need to get positive points, preferably 3 points, is what's needed by both teams if they want to get out of this group. Some changes made by Ancelotti. We're going to put that on the screen real quick. And we're going to check out the Haiti lineup as well, see if any changes were made by Coach Minier on their side. All right, people. As soon as we get into the building, just let people know we need the likes on the video. We need the likes on the video. We need to share the video as well and subscribe to the video as well. All right, people, subscribe to the channel. Sorry. So these are the starting lineups. Alisson in goal, Gabriel Magalhaes, Marquinhos, Danilo comes in at right back. Ibanez started the last game. He came on for him at halftime. Then we have Douglas Santos playing at left back. So he keeps his place from the first game. Alexandro, didn't think they would go to him. I think Douglas Santos is the first choice, so they stay with him on that side. So the back line intact besides Danilo coming in for Roger Ibanez. Then the midfield stays the same, which is surprising. The only change really in attack is Mateus Cunha comes on for Igor Thiago from the start. Now, a slightly different setup this go around for Haiti. Looks like they're adding Duverne to the back line. Gonna play a back five. Arcos and Experience, who was very good in the first game, keep their places at right wing back and left wing back. Placide in goal, the captain. Then the midfield stays the same. Danley, Jean-Jacques, and Jean Bellegarde. I forget what his first name is. Jean Rickner. There we go. Jean Rickner Bellegarde. So they'll be the pivot in the midfield. They're going to need to get help from either Experience or Arcos when they push up the ball. One of them will have to come and give them a little bit more support in that central area. Casimir did not start the first game. Providence started the first game. He keeps his place. And then Francis Perrault, who was hit and miss in the first game, caused a lot of problems, but could not get the ball into the goal. They'll need him to find the net tonight. All right. So dropping to the bench is Wilson Isidore. Expect him for sure to get some game time at some point. And also Dedson loses his starting place. He was underwhelming in the first game. All right. So that is the team sheets for both teams. Alejandro Hernandez, the Spaniard, will be in the middle officiating. And this one comes to you live from Philadelphia, so Lincoln Financial, where the Eagles play. So this should be big crowd tonight to watch this Brazil-Haiti encounter. Should be excellent viewing tonight. So we are here for all of it. Of course, we know that another CONCACAF team booked their place. USA today getting a second victory of the World Cup, 2-0 over Australia, even though Australia's second half played much better, still could not find the net. So USA 6 points from a possible 6, and they have booked their place into the knockout stage, joining fellow CONCACAF hosts Mexico and Canada. And I have a poll in the comment section, so let me know what you guys think. Which of the three teams do you think will go the furthest in this 2026 World Cup? All right, we have Canada, Mexico, and USA in the poll. So let me know, the CONCACAF heads in here, most of us probably. Yeah, let me know which of the three you think will get the furthest. And of course, if you participate in the poll tonight, you must, and I mean you must, like the video. Don't let me get more votes than likes on this video, people. Bless up Haiti for the upset. I wish it, but unfortunately, I think Brazil gonna run riot on Haiti because of the draw they had with Morocco. So JB thinks that result in the first game is bad news for Haiti tonight. Let's see. Blessed happy Juneteenth to all, says Jagans. Big up and same to you, my G. Yep, JB and Jagans. Yep, bless up each other. Jagans, what's your prediction for the match? Says 2-1 in favor of Brazil. Yeah, I think Brazil is gonna win. I think Brazil win the game probably 3-1, something of that nature, maybe even 4-2. I think Brazil's defense will get shown up at times because I don't really think that they have the best balanced defense. So I think that Haiti will have some joy from time to time and maybe even score in the game. But I think Brazil similarly is going to cause Haiti's defense too much problems. So I think they will win the game by 2 clear goals, whether it's 3-1, 4-2, If they get to 5 or 6, then I don't think Haiti will lose by 2. But yeah, I think Brazil score some goals tonight, and I think it's just a little too much for Haiti to overcome. I think Brazil dropped 6, even though I hope the ancestors for Juneteenth give us an upset. 6-0, says JB. Honors and manners. Big up yourself. Jaguars in the building. 2 of the big supporters of the channel here from Shirley. We greatly appreciate that. Let me share the video because that is important. Right, so do that. So all right, looks like them both to start now. Like a few votes in the poll already. Oh, we have so much votes and so little likes. Come on, guys. Okay, all right. But one person vote and never like the video. That's not too bad. Gabriel Magalhaes says some prayers before the game start. I know the Haitians up feet. I'm sure in Philly there's a bag of Haitians in the crowd right now. Also, of course, there's a bunch of Brazilians as well. The stadium looks way more yellow than blue, that's for sure. But I see some nice pockets of blue and red in the crowd as well. So they are well represented just the same. But this is a big atmosphere in Philly. Should be a nice evening in terms of the cool 8:30. Shouldn't be too hot. They'll still have the breaks because once one game have the break, all of them have to have it. So regardless of the climate, regardless of if it's inside, indoors, there's always gonna be hydration breaks. So you can just forget about wondering if that will happen, because that definitely will happen. It's gonna be interesting how Brazil start out this match. I think we'll see early on if the nerves have really gotten to this team, because there's been a lot of people souring about their chances in this World Cup after that first game. Many people think Morocco, pretty much outplayed them in that game. And yeah, we're gonna see how they respond in this one. Here comes Vinny, first time on the ball, spreads it out wide to Danilo, plays into Marquinhos. Marquinhos goes all the way wide now to Rafinha. Rafinha inside to Bruno G. Bruno G trying to turn. Good play from Cunha down the left-hand side. Here comes Rafinha. Falls back to Cunha. Cunha tries to find Paqueta but can't. And then Haiti won the ball and was fouled. Experience continuing from his good play in the first match, winning that loose one. Tried to make a skillful move and got taken out. Should have been a foul there and give him a rest. Play continued. Good flick from Cunha. So it's going to be a free kick to Haiti, but I like the tempo of Brazil early. Looks like they don't want to start this game off slowly. They want to make sure, impose their will. This is going to be interesting now. We saw that Haiti kind of changed their tactics a bit in this game, going with the one striker instead of the two up top. Just interested to see how that changes Peru's effectiveness. Don't think it particularly was horrible with him and Isidore, but I do feel like they did maybe attack a little too centrally in that game. So maybe they'll utilize the flanks more. And I definitely think this Brazil team, the outside of their defense is what is the problem. So if I'm attacking them, I would want to attack down the wings. Peru is, a very good target striker. And honestly, as long as he's matched up with Marquinhos, I like his odds. I mean, Gabriel would more relish that physical battle, but even he can get beaten if the cross is proper and the run is proper. No foul I don't see there by Danley. Ooh, crunching tackle. No, he felt that one. Douglas Santos trying to find Vinny. And that one was a little bit late on Douglas Santos. He's down. Danley Jean-Jacques twice now, coming near the ball, and players from Brazil ending up on the ground. So the enforcer in that Haiti midfield, this is not good. So who got a yellow card? Oh, it was not him, it was Arcos. Okay. Thought it was Danley Jean-Jacques again. It was Arcos that time. And here comes Cunha. Back to goal. He finds Paqueta. Paqueta shoots and scores, but Placide just let that one go for the fans. It was offside. Arcos is pissed off that he got a yellow card so early. Did leave one in on him late, but let's see how consistent this referee is throughout the game. He's going to call that as a yellow card based on how the intensity of the two teams so far. I don't see both teams finishing with 10 men or with 11 men on the pitch. Maybe it was how soon after Vinny was just on the ground. Maybe he felt he had to lay down a marker to the Haitian and say, hey, we're not going to just let you kick over the man them. Over the top run by Rafinha, and that's too much on it. I think he might have been a touch offside as well, but we won't know now. Big up to each and everyone tuning in. Jason Gooner TV here. We are here live, watch along Brazil versus Haiti. When this match is over, we will have a discussion about the day's game so far, preview the game tonight, and preview a couple of the games tomorrow, as we return tomorrow as well to bring another World Cup nightly with a live show. I think the last game tomorrow night is midnight. So more than likely, I'm going to try to get to the 8 o'clock game. It's going to be a little tough because I have some stuff dealing with tomorrow with Julie and some football, but we're going to try to make it home in time to see those games, or to see the 8 o'clock game, so we can be here. Milky Moo, big up yourself. Oh, go on. Respect for tuning in. Yeah, man, Brazil, Haiti, you know? Paqueta, Douglas Santos. Paqueta, over to Danilo. Danilo back to Marquinhos. Marquinhos to Paqueta. Paqueta over to Douglas Santos. Douglas Santos goes back now to Gabriel Magalhaes. Magalhaes over to Marquinhos. Marquinhos over to Danilo. Danilo going over the top. Is that going to stay in play? It is not, but a good save by Rafinha, forcing a deep throw. Experience taking back all the yards, walking up. Good pressing from Brazil, but it comes out to Ade, and Ade plays it to Duverne. He's the player that's been added to the starting lineup today. It looks like he's playing right side of a back five, right center back, with Arcos wider of him. That was a through pass attempted by Casemiro. So we have Casemiro and Casemiro in the game. Arcos up for the physical challenge with Vinny. Let's see how he can handle the trickery. Paqueta over to Casemiro, wide now to Santos. Here is Vinny. Vinny 1v1 with Arcos, goes central. Cuts back. What a play by Vinicius Jr. Got up off the ground, ran away from players. He's still on the ball. Can he stay with it? He can, but he kind of just falls over in the end. Not gonna get a penalty for that. I think that was more about just testing the temperature. Let me just go on a run, beat some players, let them know I'm here. Now, obviously, you'd want to have some kind of end product, but I think that in itself will grow some confidence in him. And that's a foul by Paqueta. Good hold-up play from Peru. He does that very well. I think the last game, the referee wouldn't give him those calls for some reason. Feel like he got manhandled and just never got the fouls. But a good sign there, getting the foul early. Arcos. Back to Deverne. Deverne. Into midfield. Here's Bellegarde. Bellegarde looking for a pass. Trying to find someone. Laid off from Peru is well done. Now it's played wide. Here's Providence. Providence finds Peru. Is Peru offside? He's not. He needs to get back into the box. Here's Experience. Providence. Experience. And that's going to be off Experience for a throw to Brazil. Doesn't like the call. It looked like it was one of those ricochet. Here is Casemiro on the ball. Plays it to Bruno. Now to Paqueta. Paqueta. Good pressing from Duverne there. And that's what needs to happen. That one of those third center backs need to step into midfield and win the ball. And that's what happened there. Arcos tried to filter it into the middle. And not bad start here from both teams. I'm still fuming. That referee from the Scotland game, Jam again taken down. Yeah. Yeah, no, we're gonna discuss it all. I think a lot of people were wondering what was going on with that ref in the second half. Scotland applied a lot of pressure to end that game off after Morocco was in control for most of the game, to be fair. But Scotland really ended that game looking like they were gonna get that equalizer, and definitely some calls could have went their way for sure. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I think they're asking about the McTominay one too, but I would say like um oh, into the box, Rafinha. It's 1-0, but it's offside. It's offside. It's offside, JB. But they will look at it on VAR. They look at everything. So let's see. These guys still celebrating. I don't think they know. I don't think they know. And it looks like the call was correct. Thumbs up given by the referee. Yeah, man, offside. It's offside. Bruno G said, do it again. Same thing. Pero flicks it on. Not bad, but Gabriel gets the header back to Allison. It's thrown all the way out to Douglas Santos. Back to Allison now. Allison on the ball. Plays it to Marquinhos. And this is good. Trying to look at this Brazilian defense. I mean, sorry, Haitian defense, how they're set up. It is a 5 across the back. reluctant to really track players into midfield. But they are keeping a good line, even though they have the 5 at the back, and that caused an offside here. So Rafinha telling the player something, Bruno not agreeing with him. Not sure what he's telling him. Here's Placide. Placide will go into midfield. That's a poor pass. Casemiro wins it. Paqueta keeps possession. Bless up Conrad. What go on, G? There, I know. Oh, what a ball. Gabriel Magalhaes in space. Will he break the line? No. Does nothing but pass it back to Casemiro. Now Marquinhos goes forward. Plays it wide to Danilo. Danilo trying to play it down the line. Experience does well winning that ball. Being pressed now by Bruno. Down the line that one goes. It's still in play. And no foul as well. Yeah, it's a foul. If that's anywhere else on the field, it's a foul. So it should be a foul in the box as well, Milky Boo. You guys were robbed on that play. Ain't no question. I mean, he baited him, made him think that he wasn't, going to get there first. And he knew he was going to get there. Had a little burst of speed to get to the ball first. And once you get that touch on it and you're taken out, I mean, I don't see why that wasn't given. Douglas Santos throws it into Casemiro. He passes back to Marquinhos. And here comes Rafinha, looking to play it to the other wing. It's cut out. Here's Magalhaes, and Magalhaes plays it to nobody. Who are you playing that to? Ronaldinho, Ronaldo. They want to put them on now. Paqueta. It's all a bit laborious from Brazil so far, but here comes them into space now. Oh, Cunha almost filtering in a pass to Rafinha. Good defending though. But Brazil need to pick up the pace. Yeah, man. Donovan is always talking some foolishness, brother. Always. We say, boss, a time now to wake up. That's true, man. Yeah, man, it's horrible. I mean, if I was a Scotland fan and that call never go my way, trust me. Yeah, man, that do serious right so. It's really a trio though, because the forgotten man is always Rivaldo. Can't talk about them two man there without Rivaldo, you know. Rivaldo, a serious baller too. Yeah, fight another day. The good thing, you have 3 points on the board. So a positive result in the last game against Brazil, which won't be easy, but who knows? 3 points might be a best third place. You never know. Good ball. Oh, Vinny. You knew he wanted to get off the shot. It was deflected, so it's going to be a corner to Brazil again. And that one was definitely targeting Gabriel Magalhaes, which makes sense. Very dominant in the air this season for Arsenal. Casemiro as well. So they have 2 really dangerous targets on these set pieces. 3 really, because Danilo is as well. Marquinhos isn't a slouch, but I wouldn't call him dominant in the air. Brazil win the second ball, headed away by Ade. Why don't you bring the ball down, Danilo? Jeez. It's the difference, bro. If that ball a fall to Dani Alves, this so Dani Alves now just kick with the ball. Man, they bring it down and start play. Ooh, Miami. It's in Miami too. Ooh, what a dream that is. Scotland, Brazil in Miami for all the marbles. Could be for second in the group or first for that matter. Haiti doing well, some interplay here, just keeping possession of the ball. I think this is important for Haiti. They have to let Brazil know that they can keep this football too. Oh, good turn by Casemiro there, taking two players out the game. Sorry, that was Arcos with the turn. Here's Casemiro now. Good beating. Still on the ball. Is Arcos onside? He is. To the back stick. Ah, a little bit too much height on it. And he was offside. He looked offside. Arcos was offside there. Casemiro beat one player, but the touch got a little bit away from him. He had to stretch. And the player that was supporting him, Arcos, had run offside. Yeah, for sure. I thought Magalhaes might have kept him on side. He didn't. Yeah, man. He run upon them. Hey, Mr. Casimir turn a while ago and dash for Casimir and Paqueta a while ago. Easy, easy. Rafinha. Bruno Guimaraes said, nobody now go feed me, go feed myself. And that pressure caused the concession of possession to be a throw to Brazil. Ade, I don't know what fountain of youth this man using, but this man, Ricardo Ade, is now 36 and he's a mainstay. Here is Rafinha. Rafinha back to Danilo. Danilo changes it to Magalhaes. Magalhaes to Douglas to Paqueta. Paqueta over the top looking for Vinny. Poor first touch, tries to cross. It's blocked. Taken down by Douglas Santos. Back to Vinny. Good tackle. Duverne on the ball, being pressed, and they won't let him out. So it's going to be a throw deep in their own half to Haiti. Good ball over the top. Here is Bruno G. Bruno G finds Danilo. Danilo, what will he do? That's poor. Oh, why did you touch it, brother? Arcos, why did you touch the ball? Poor communication there by Haiti, giving up a corner they never need to give up. Rafinha will take the outswing. And good first header one by Haiti. And they'll win the second ball. Here's Providence. Providence has experience making a run, doesn't use it, but he does drive forward and then plays it, but well cut out by Paqueta, who is a part of that rest defense from the corners. What a pass by Bruno G. Rafinha, and he flicks it wide, but the goalkeeper had his hands up, and so does the assistant referee. But Rafinha does that sign like I was barely offside. Jamaica could never. Big up everyday living. Oh, go on. What a way if and when Haiti settle down. Boy, I tell you. Yeah, man, him offside. But him need to bury that same way. Unlucky though. I don't think Bruno G could have played that much quicker, so just have a time to run a little bit better. Kind of release it pretty fast. Bellegarde. Yeah, man, stay up on the ball, man. Yeah. Duverne to Ade. Ade, that's a poor pass in the middle. Jean Jacques had to get to it. He couldn't. Here's Cunha. Turns. Here's Bruno G. Here's Vinny. Vinny with two in front of him. He goes wide. Can he cut back in on his right foot? He can. Placide. And that will bundle its way into the goal. And he's surfing, of course. He's surfing. Mateus Cunha gets the start. And he bundled that one home. Looked like the defender might have cleared it. But it's a goal. Brazil. Let's see. Vinny goes wide, and when he gets here, you cannot let him cut back inside. Ah, unlucky. Unlucky there. I think it was Delcroix trying to make the defensive play, but it just ricocheted off of Cunha. And I don't think they're going to call a foul there. Not the prettiest goal in the world. Off, he didn't even know much about it. Hits his left knee and goes in the goal. Ricochet. But he got to be there. 1-0 to Brazil. Blessings float. How go on? Yeah, man, I floops. First Black Republic. Come up. Goal Brazil. Rough. Delcroix still a limp. Man want know how him can get a foul so. And Haiti is down 1-0. Have we had the hydration break already? I don't remember. Here's Pero. Pero. Can't get around Magales there. And now it's the hydration break, I think. Yeah, man, the first Black Republic, I hate him, you know. Yeah, people, hold on. I forgot find this remote because the TV outside of the studio loud no royal card. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, people, I'm there. So hydration break active, you know. Look like I'm about to start to play though. And I think Haiti was starting to try to look like them want to get into the game and then them concede a goal. So let's see how them respond after that hydration break. I mean, they shouldn't feel too down on themselves. It's not like they have been totally outplayed. I mean, Brazil has been the better team, look more dangerous, but um, yeah, I don't know, man. It was a bad time to concede, I thought, because it looked like they were getting in the game. But here come Haiti, causing a turnover into the box. Ooh, Brazil does well to defend there. It falls out to Danilo. Danilo down the line. Rafinha inside. Lots of space in the middle for Cunha. And that looks to be the difference today because Cunha playing striker. Oh, that's a good ball through the middle. Here's Rafinha. Oh, could he have found Vinicius Jr. there in the middle? Maybe, but Placide holds. But Cunha dropping into the midfield to help out, make that extra outlet pass. And then you know he has quality playing through the lines, playing through passes. And what that does is that gets Rafinha and Vinny a little bit more central and they can combine in the final third. So that's the one addition that I see with Cunha. You know, look at him again coming into the midfield area to collect. Even though he makes the run, doesn't get it, he has pulled one of those defenders away from that back line. So definitely Cunha playing with a lot of freedom. I think that's good for Brazil today. Ooh, that was a good run by Cunha again. So he's just attacking space. Whether that space is central, deep, he's attacking those spaces. I like it. I like it. I like it. It's looking a lot more fluid. Paqueta over the top, but he's offside. Haiti playing a dangerous game, barely catching them offside. That one looked a lot more clear than the Rafinha one that was a goal that was taken away. Poor from Bellegarde there, and Haiti getting sloppy, but they win the ball back quickly. Can they keep it? No, they can't. But there was a foul on that far side, and let's see if he keeps the same energy. Rafinha was late. Pero wants to know it's the same challenge as Arcos that gets a yellow card early. Let's see it again. Ooh, that should be a yellow card for sure. Come on, man. Yeah, Pero says the same Ross thing. Getting the ref view. The ref not see that. Him not see the challenge. Somebody that block him. Yo, what this man? Why that keep on happening? Well played, Brazil. Paqueta finding Vinny. Vinny back to Paqueta. A little bit too far in front of him. That could have been an easy goal. Definitely them need to Haiti need to wake up right now because Brazil look like them really going for it. Experience does well. And it's a goal kick over there by the corner flag. He was being pressured by Rafinha. He used good skill to at least get around him, and then Danilo came trying to get the ricochet corner but couldn't get it. It wasn't called at least. Over the top from Deverne. Good finding Perrault. Brings it down beautifully. Lets players get around him. Still on the ball. Perrault does well to find Bellegarde in a bunch of space. It's flicked out to the other side. Acres of space to bring in the cross, and that cross is poor. That cross is poor. Come on, man. After you do all that good work to get the ball wide, look at what you do with the cross. Jeez, man. Poor. Look at the aerial view. The stadium full. How much fans them get tonight? Tell you the attendance. I think so. People, make sure and smash up the like button. Answer the question in the poll as well. Who you think, which CONCACAF team that made it to the next round you think will go the furthest in the competition? USA, Canada, or Mexico? What a good ball into the box. Here's Casemiro, tries to lay it off. And then, whoa, looks like that's going to be a corner. Wow. There's a lot of contact on Bruno Guimaraes there. But the ref deems it not enough. You know, so now I got no game. Brother, it does not make no sense. The money, bro. Like, cause I'm not gonna game. I definitely take Julie because she play ball. But then I know my wife want go, I know my other daughter want go. So I 4 tickets that living. So the best thing, like me go maybe go to Uzbekistan Congo game because that was the best prices. But then I say I'm still gonna spend like about $1,200. Or yeah, but when adding parking and food feed there and all them something, about $1,500 may I spend. So bro, me just can't. It don't make no sense to me, bro. All these things that come up for the new year, back to school and blow out. I have to pay for this season of football for Julie, pay for cheer for my daughter. Just bro, I'm not gonna pressure myself and go to game. Now if Jamaica was in it, you know, come save up for I'm save up, you know. But when I look on the savings, I'm saying, you know what? This money can be spent better elsewhere, yeah, man. Better I turn on my camera, do some stream, get some ads revenue, and make money during World Cup as opposed to spend a bag of money. You know? I have been to the World Cup before, so some people might say, boy, they in a place and you not go hold that. I understand that. But bro, I've been to the World Cup before and I like me never go before, so oh good ball. Cunha, will you finish though? Yes, you will. What a finish by Cunha. What a finish by Cunha. Master stroke and some more surfing are going now. Mateus Cunha. Good finish, boy. Man, roof that. Great movement up front. And Vinicius Jr. Perfect timing on the pass as well. And this one is getting ugly. The 5 defenders stretched. There were only 3 back there that time. There was a runner right and a runner ran across the left. And the runs and the timing of the pass was just perfect. No question of it being offside. And Vinicius Jr., if he can do the right plays as well as do it alone sometimes, that looks good for Brazil. Sometimes I think he overdoes it, but this time, brilliant timing on the pass. I thought the first touch wasn't the best by Cunha, but he steadied himself. And one thing with Cunha that I love, when he strikes the ball, whether it's left or right foot, it gets strike. It gets strike. Yeah, man, Dragons. Me work it out. I'm say, boy, that $1,500 day. I mean, yeah, memories. You know, kids can say, boy, I'm take them at the World Cup and thing, but boy, trust me, through me know how life go. Through me know how life go, you know. Me know everything where you budget for, and you have everything sort as your quint. It's the next thing that happen. We have to sort. So me just say, you know what? Make my savings go and build up, yeah, man. Make my savings go and build up. they're not going to change their style. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Mateus Cunha, man. Good. Arcus better be careful, you know. But I get no second yellow. At that time, they get ugly. If them go down to 10, I don't know. If them go down to 10, that would have horrible for them, boy. So this is a blow to Brazil. It looks like Rafinha has to come off. I think that was Ryan coming on for him on that right side. So a truer winger. He's a wing forward though. Comfortable coming into the inside right channel as well. And Rafinha, we know he was kind of back and forth with injury towards the end of the season that just concluded. So maybe that has flared up as well on him. So yeah, he started the game lively too. So it's not the best news for Brazil moving forward in this World Cup. But I think tactically, as you asked there, or maybe you're saying they're not going to change, I think the coach would be better off at halftime just subbing off the extra defender, go back to the back four that you're more used to playing, and put that extra body into the midfield. You notice whenever Brazil get the ball after cycling to around in the midfield, if they can find a pass to the middle, that player typically is in a bunch of space. So the middle area of the pitch is just too empty for me. And there's too many players doing nothing. So Cunha is not occupying the three center backs, right? He's dropping off. At times, that's pulling out one of the center backs. And then what Vinny and Rafinha were doing really well is making diagonals towards the center backs already there. So they're running at players that are already standing still. You can never be as fast as someone running at you and you're standing still. That's a good ball over the top. Casemiro tries to get the cross inside, but that's won by Brazil. First touch by Ryan. He's brought down. No foul. Here's Danilo. Beats his man. Comes back now. Plays it all the way back now to Marquinhos. Marquinhos on the ball. And there's a player down from Haiti. I think that's Casemiro. It is. And he looks like he has a problem. Looks like he's favoring his right knee. Looking over to the bench saying no. But something ain't right. Cunha scoring goals like he did at Wolves. He scored a few goals at United too. It wasn't terrible for him this season. Yeah, man. Well, JB said 6-0. So he's well on his way. Same here, bro. I would have to bring my son and wife. It's probably cheaper for me to go to the next World Cup. No. I keep hearing these stories about how the ticket them a drop. But when me look for the Atlanta games, ticket ain't dropping nowhere, brother. No drop. Yeah, Conrad. You should be happy, man. You can rest up face season. It looks like your predicted scoreline is possible. Yeah, man. JB look like him have a chance, you know, car. If him not sub off Arcus halftime, he might get a second yellow. He made hot, you know. But I don't think the back five work for them because really it's just making them outnumbered in midfield. I mean, look at the space in the center circle right now. Look at that gap that's constantly been there. Belga and Jean-Jacques is too aggressive to play in this system with just Bellegarde. Because Jean-Jacques is going to get pulled to the side. He can't see the ball in front of him and not go try win it. And so what happened to him just now is what's happening all game. Triangles played around him, he can't catch the ball. So the numbers aren't right. Football is always going to be a numbers game. You can look at any given time, there's 4 players in the central area for Brazil and just 2 for Haiti. And it not going to work. Look there, the referee, Bellegarde mark the referee. Now mark nobody, you know. Vinny tried to beat him down the flank, but couldn't do it. Throw into Brazil. Hi. Thank you. So people, I have my camera off because I was anticipating some food forwarding in here. So I don't think you guys want to see me consume on camera, but I can still watch the game and commentate. All right. So I'll be back on camera shortly. Yo, why does this keep happening on SofaScore, bro? Six minutes seems to be the standard. Almost every injury time. Definitely second half in 6 minutes. Well played by Brazil. Good turn, Vinny. What a run by Vinicius Jr. Cuts back. Give it to him now. Jeez, I'm Vinny. Give him the ball. Ooh. Just over Paqueta there. Ah, come on, ref. Yeah, I forgot come off a SofaScore now. I don't know what is causing that. Yeah, 6 minutes is like the standard. I don't think I'm gonna be on the whole time. I won't be on stream, but yeah, I'll watch it for sure. But I'm not gonna be on stream for that 1 minute move. Don't feel no way. Oh, over the top, he's onside. This should be 3. Here is Vinny Jr. Goal. Goal. Brazil. Again, brother. Killing them with that over the top ball. Well, look at the back line right now. completely out of sorts. Good ball by Paquetá. I said when I saw these World Cup pitches that teams with vertical threat will have a lot of joy. Because the way these pitches are, the ball lands so soft. As long as they put any back spin on it, a through ball not going away when it lands. So you can put a little more air on that. Keeper can compete. And a player like Vinny that is definitely faster than all the defenders. As long as you time the run, what can they really do? But it all stems from being outnumbered. It all stems from being outnumbered in the midfield. So no pressure on Paquetá at all to play the pass. These people are top class footballers. If you don't put any pressure on them, them can pick out that pass easy, easy, easy. Let's say look older. Nope. Goal. 3-0. Good goal. Yep, you're on your way, JB. You're well on your way. Let's see if Brazil turn up the flare now. And people shouldn't be looking down on this 3-0 because we're seeing other teams play teams that they're supposed to deal with, so and them draw or them, whatever happen. So, what a ball by Belgrade, but a good sliding challenge by Paquetá. Cunha can't hold that ball. Play to Pero feet, man. Gabriel, yeah, pull the man, bro. They go after the man, Gabriel. Every day leaving, I'm trying to enjoy the World Cup, bro. Please don't ask me anything. We're going to make my head hurt me right now. Ooh, that was a clattering. Casemiro got it in the face. Yeah, man, it looks so. I look like Haiti have the answers at boy. Half time in Philly. 3-0. I don't know. The man Devern when put on the back line. He might run left the line sometimes. Sometimes he might try to stay. He might play offside by himself. I just feel like the natural inclination of a coach when you're playing a team with a great attack is to put more defenders in the game. But you have to try to limit the people and that's gonna get the ball to the attackers. And I think this formation they're playing is killing them in midfield because Casemiro and Providence pushed up trying to win the ball high. So that leaves Bellegarde and Jean-Jacques. No, sometimes Duverne is running up, but he's really going up when Cunha dropped for the ball. I'm going to try to stay upon him. So I'm not really in the midfield helping. He's really up in midfield trying to mark someone. what I would do is when they're I would go to more of a 5-3-2, right? So you put Casimir maybe a little higher. You put Bellegarde one side, you put Providence one side, and you put Jean Jacques in the middle. And that way you have those three in midfield. I think that's what you have to do, because what's happening now is Providence and Casimir pushing up high, trying to win the ball in the build out. Once that level gets beaten, Brazil is outnumbering them in the middle third. And it's like, it's obvious, you can see it. So I mean, he's gonna have to change to a back four and get another body in the midfield. Yeah, bro, don't ask me that. But I have a good time watching football. Don't worry, man. When more cry, we'll do a reasoning time and we'll talk about Jamaica football. So yeah, this I remember saying after halftime of one of the games that we haven't seen a team with a lower than 0.02. Well, Haiti went through the whole of half and they have a 0.00. So I haven't seen that this World Cup yet. I'd everything Cape Verde at 0.00. 0.00. Three big chances for Brazil, and they have been clinical today. I have to give them that. Anytime they have been in front of the goalkeeper, then put it in the goal. Even on the, well, Rafinha missed one, but that would have been offside. So, no shots. Two yellow cards for Haiti. Arcos and Peru, I think Rafinha should have got one too, but he's off the pitch now. 5 shots on target to none. All 7 of Brazil shots inside the box. Like I said, they've been clinical. They score all the big chances so far. Only 12 touches inside the box. 4 for Haiti. Entries 32 to 22. So that still a decent amount of entries for Haiti, but based on the statistics, not doing anything with them. Duels are exactly 50-50, but Brazil is dominating on the aerials. See the dribbles. Final third passes, long passes. 0.00 goals prevented for Allison because he hasn't had to do anything. Tackles 1, interceptions, recoveries, clearances, and 1 error leading to a goal by Haiti. They really call this an error? Boy, them wicked. If them call what happened to this man an error, so who get the error that led to a goal? This is a madman here. Casimir. Rough. Boy, Haiti. All you can do is try. Don't get murdered today, man. Brazil putting Cunha in the team help out a lot today. Big up in Apache. Speaking of panel, let me drop a link. I'm sure say the Brazilian fans them want to come talk now. Them a thief Haiti, boy, I don't know. Before Haiti start worry about ref, I need to worry about the overload where I reach them in the midfield. Let's say Brazil and Haiti, I go for Jaja. It's a tough spot. All right, so the link is pinned. If anybody want to jump on and give them thoughts. Dunga must die in here black, brother. How Dunga here so black? Dunga na whole man no man. Fuck we pass. I think with the first goal, you know. Idiot. I don't know what kind of pass that him do a while ago. Mm. A rotted finish by Cunha, man. Ah, man. Haiti are do it to themselves, boss. Ref now do nothing. That's alone. Look like that alone will work, boss. I see nothing else will work. But I mean, they kind of know say Haiti are go struggle like a bit today. I said they would have lose by 2 goals at least. I really felt that way, you know. So yo, this Haiti team right there. I think the coach should have stick with the tactics from the first game. I swear. Even if you wanted to not play two striker, play 4-5-1 then. Though can see the midfield. You got put too much pressure upon your midfield on the setup today. So I'm gonna take off Duverne and bring on a Linky. We have can play link. Carl Fred Saint. Alone forward, the man them have, you know. What's your striker? Joseph a striker. Man them have Isidore, Joseph, Nazan, Fortune, a peer forward. Deadson a winger, Etienne a winger. This man play. Hopefully I play midfield, boss. Violet's own. Him play midfield, but look like him bring him for experience. Okay, yeah. Bring on the brother. This is probably it then for Haiti. Nice while it lasted. Yeah, well, look. Sherry, they made the World Cup for the first time since what? 86? I think it was. Was it 86? Well, it was before that. It was like, I don't remember when. But I think they'll be back. They'll be in and amongst the candidates to get back next World Cup. I mean, CONCACAF have 6 slots now. Yeah, I feel like people, give me your score predictions in the chat. Do you think Brazil will continue to score? A lot of times when a team up 3-0 halftime, maybe it's not quite the same intensity, but like what JB was saying earlier, I think him right. That performance, that scoreline in the first game, he had to catch them the wrong time. Yeah, so 2 subs, Arcus coming off and Simon coming on. So we just looked up who Simon is. He's a central midfielder. So right there, that does tell us that I'm going to a back 4. And then also the number 20 coming off. Is that Duverne? No, so Pirro come off. Wow, so the 2 players on a yellow card come off. The coach don't want to see this go down to 10. So Wilson Isidore for the first time going to play up front alone. I've only seen him play striker for Haiti with a partner. So this is going to be interesting seeing him run a line by himself. One thing that this does though is definitely, I think they won't have that overload happening to them in the field. As long as Simon will come on actually going to play in position that he's known to play, which is central midfield, then I think that's a good change by the coach. And we might see a little less lopsided action. But let's see if that play out the way I think. Man could just drop that man right back in the defense as well. But let's see. Minier, if you see what I see, you will put an extra body in midfield, sir. I'm sure no say you have more qualified people looking at the game than me. Nice Asian lady there. Oh, give thanks for the food that Jano. Get hungry, brother. Hey, so I'm gonna do for the people, them. Come on, up on the stream for that game, yeah. Not even eat no food to Royal Card. 5-0. All right. No, it's yeah. I think it was 74. Pretty sure it was 74. Cause I think it's the same time when Congo when they were Zaire. I think they were both at the same World Cup. Providence not doing nothing today. Man can't get a ball in a dangerous area. Yeah, so they have changed. I've changed to a back four. The Vern just playing right back. Now, what this will also do is free up Bellegarde to go more forward, as he was getting stuck in the base of that midfield. Already, it just looks like it fits against the Brazilian team much better. Look at the difference in the press as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm almost surprised they didn't after the hydration break just make the formation change and pull one of the back five. Look at the difference when Brazil put extra bodies now to build out. There's a midfield player there close enough to at least pressure them. See it here it is again. This man was collecting that ball under no pressure at all. Now he was kind of free to play that pass, but at least he was being chased pretty close to him, so he couldn't just take his time and gather and get it pin perfect, you know? A little more pressure was on him. Yeah, yeah, Milky Moo. Trust me. Big up RR, Wagwan. Trust me, Milky Moo. I mean, it was obvious, bro. They couldn't get around them in the midfield, and it was just numbers. I mean, yes, the team already better than you, so don't give them a next advantage now, just tactically. Providence frustrated. Mm, mm. Brazil team is old, though I'm concerned. Yeah, I mean, they're not all old, but they have old players in some serious positions. Like the whole of the midfield old. The whole of the base of the midfielders are old. If Casemiro tired, they are bringing on Fabinho who old too. It seemed like Danilo Santos, the other Danilo in the team, he's more of an eight, more of an attacking player. So I don't think the coach going to play him in the central deeper role. At least not by himself. Mm. But look at the difference already in the midfield. There's at least people around the Brazilians, at least. Up, what going, Rob? Brazil are put on a clinic here. But I think 80 subs halftime are gonna make it a little bit harder for Brazil this half because they're at least not just gonna get outnumbered in the midfield like they were. Man, them go back five and basically concede the midfield, which was the kiss of death. Yeah, two out already. I was surprised that when Wesley went down, them couldn't find another right back. And now you have to depend on Danilo every single game, and Danilo at 36. Oh, well played, Brazil. Ball. I left back I can play now. Look how much better Haiti play out the ball with the extra midfielder. Watch out. Jeez, coach. Why have to wait till halftime when you lose 3 to do this, man? But oh, too hard. Well, the only reason that happened, Rob, is because the man injured. So he would have probably still been out there if that never happened. So I guess you're glad him injured. Because he wasn't going to come off unless that happened. Well, at least not so early. I was surprised in the first game that he put on Luis Enrique. I never put on Ryan. But I don't know. I guess Ryan was kind of added later to this team. Luis Enrique had been using in qualifiers and everything, so maybe that's why familiarity. Whoa, what a chop by Allison. Mm-mm. Player with the best shift of the night, a Brazil keeper. Man couldn't beat Cone last game. Yeah, but he was running past the Haitians like they were cones this game, though. I mean, he was offside a couple times, but I think sometimes, that threat alone is enough. Even if it don't come off, it creates space for everybody else. Ball. Little too much on that one. Allison goes long. Vinny don't even challenge, but the second ball gonna be one. And now they go down the line. Vinny, foot race with Ade. Ade, why you don't just do something early? What you doing? Okay, good. This man not turning into trouble. I don't know why this man Duvern even dep on the team, Douglas Santos called for a foul. Vinny can't believe. It look like Pocket has stopped bet on the yellow card them. Haiti showing lack of quality more often than is necessary. Yeah, I think the shape is much better this half, but I'm still making some technical mistakes. But as I said, Brazil I got at least have to work a little bit to score this half. I think it was kind of too easy for them in the first. Well played. Good composure by Haiti here. And that's a better pass out to the left side to Experience. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, Isidore almost getting there. And Marquinhos. Oh, he was offside? Wait a second. The ball game start and I'm not sure the game. Oh, I go on here so. Why you want the man kick it to the goalkeeper? Ade, why? Play it through the oh gosh, man. Play that through the channel, man. Delacroix. Wide to run at them, yeah, youth. Yeah, man. Run at Danilo. Danilo is 150 years old, man. Just run at him. Give it back to him. Give it back to him. Give it back to him. Yo, give it back to the man wide there, son. Bro. Jeez. Asian team is better than what they're showing. Yeah, they played better in the Scotland game, but I guess obviously that come down to opponent too. But I just think they were set up better in the Scotland game because they maybe didn't fear Scotland as much. And I honestly feel like if they had just came out with this formation to start the game, maybe it could have been going a little differently. Vinny, that's good defending by both of those defenders. Just shepherded him outside the box, couldn't get the angle to shoot, and then a poor pass on the ball now. Bellegarde running away from Casemiro. You know he doesn't want to chase play on, says the referee. Danilo is 175 years old, can't keep up with Providence. Cut back. Bellegarde is hit from behind. No foul. Bruno G looked to go long, but Vinny was still in an offside position. Telling you, man. Now that them switched to this 4-2-3-1, you're seeing 1v1s on the wing. Can you believe it? Providence cannot be stopped by this brother named Danilo on this side, you know. So, I mean, I would just be giving him the ball over and over and over. Right now, he's free over there. Go over. Look at him. He's just standing over there. Just switch the play. Switch the play. Switch it. Jeez, I'm peace. Switch it. Switch it. Oh, yo, fling it over there, Bellegarde. Long time. Yeah, man. All right, now take him on. Ryan is not a defender. Take him on. Good flick. Ooh. And make sure I go over there. Should have beaten Scotland. Final third, I kill the Haiti game. Yeah, at least I'm gonna get more consistently in the final third now. I'm gonna feel like it have a lot to do with the change of the formation. They were just getting overloaded in the midfield every single time. Haiti, the king of the Caribbean. Yeah, as of right now. Casemiro, Paqueta, Vinny, Douglas Santos. Ryan almost get on the end of that one. Cunha back to Danilo. Danilo back to Marquinhos. Marquinhos over to Gabriel Magalhaes. Magalhaes goes wide. Douglas Santos. Here's Paqueta. Back to Santos. Back to Gabriel. Into Casemiro as these to turn. Now Mateus Cunha over to Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes to Ryan. Ryan had the run of Cunha, didn't use it. This is good football from Brazil, side to side. And what happened? He was offside? Wow. How you end up offside this one, brother? Bellegarde, who could have tried to pass to Isidore, but never really had the angle, to be fair. Delacroix, wide to Providence. Take them on, Sleepy. Bellegarde, wide to Duverne. Jean-Jacques Danley. Playing in his home state. Can't call it the home stadium. It's not where the Union play. Or home city, as it is in Philly. Give him back. Yeah, man, turn. Ball. Casimir trying to lay it off, but a poor layoff. Bellegarde just muscled out of it by Cunha. Cunha now in space. Has Vinny on the far side. Does he see him? I think he does. But he doesn't play it to him. Plays it here. Casemiro. Oh. Casemiro didn't want to telegraph the pass. And that's good play. He was being pulled from behind, but no call to the referee. this ref hasn't seen a lot of the little things in this game, or maybe that's just his directive for the day. Don't stop the play a lot. But it seems like he's favored the Brazilian side today. Easy 1-2. Here's Ryan. One in front of him. It's experience. Cuts inside on his left foot. Poor pass from Ryan trying to find Guimaraes, and that should be a foul. Danilo runs into the back of the player, Providence. And Haiti get restarted. There's Jean-Jacques. Plays it wide to Duverne. Isidore making a run down the line. Not going to receive it. He's trying. Jean-Jacques looking to get forward. Cuts it wide. Leaves it for Isidore. Isidore on the ball. Just plays it back to Ade. Ade to the substitute. Over to Delcroix. Delcroix plays it wide. Providence wide. Just Ryan in front. Now they gets triple team, double team. There's Bruno G coming to press. It's played back. Played into Bellegarde in a little bit of space. Looking to beat one. Does beat one. Beats two. Gets into the box. Now can he get the cross in? That's good defending by Danilo to force the corner. But a good run by Bellegarde. Already this half more involved because he's not playing so deep in the midfield, in a much more comfortable position just off the striker. It looks like two players that didn't get a run out in the first game are getting a chance now. Dedson will be coming on as well for Casimir. So one started the first, one started the second. They both subbed each other off. But this is the other way around. Dedson will provide a similar threat to what Providence brings on the wing on the other side. Like I said, didn't have the best of performances in the first game. But let's see if he can play better today. Tempo of the game dropped little in the second half. Yeah, I think the Brazilian midfielders don't have an acre of space to do things. What a save by Alisson, and what a clearance off the line by Danilo that was. Wow. So a good front post header by Ade, who I've been cussing a lot, but he jumped well for that near post corner, got good connection to it. Alisson proving that even though he hasn't done much in the game, he was alert. I think there's a check for something. Let's see what it is. So that first initial shot was saved. I think Gabriel probably fouled him on. No. Yes, I'm not sure what they're looking at right now. Cunha coming off. And Gabriel Martinelli is on. And also Hendrick for Mateus Cunha. So Paqueta off for Martinelli and Mateus Cunha off for Hendrick. I think the Brazilian fans are extremely happy to see Hendrick. Probably indifferent about Martinelli, but sure they're happy to see Hendrick come on the pitch. Surprised he didn't get a game in the first game, to be honest. But Carlo utilizing his entire squad now. Just some defenders and obviously some goalkeepers not getting much game time yet, or any yet. I can't get over how much more balanced the team look with this formation for Haiti, bro. Ooh, that should be a yellow, I think. Looks like he may have kicked over the ball that time. Santos apologetic, but I think a bit lucky to avoid. Oof, figured he missed the ball there. Once I saw the player go down the way he did, he's claiming to get the ball, didn't get any of it. That should be a yellow card. Yeah, man, that was close, JB. Good header. Hendrick on, yes, sir. I think Hendrick will want to really impress in this one. I think if he does, it might be tough for Igor Thiago the rest of this World Cup because Cunha obviously looks like he fits very well with other players. If Hendrick can play well now, that should probably be the two in the rotation. Oh my gosh, bro. How are you on this team? Yeah, man, the formation change at work, man. You see them isolate them attackers now in some good position. Them look way better when them get pressed. Them don't look like them can't play out again. Everything about it is better. But I said it from early in the game, like the midfield too, that gonna be them problem. If them really set up in this five like they were, and them have them two like they're basically wingers playing the wide in the four in the midfield. Those guys are not gonna help out in the middle. So it's gonna be 2 against 3, like a lot of the time, 2 against 4, if you include Cunha popping off all the time like he was. So it just never made no sense. Martinelli force a handball. And they can't believe. Brazil are really unflattering even with the 3-0 scoreline. Thiago ain't starting, but yeah, I don't think so. But I was saying even like in the rotation, because it's almost like if Cunha tired, they have to bring on this kid now. I mean, as long as he plays good, I don't see Brazil passing the quarterfinals. I think Brazil will have to kind of grow into themselves if they're going to get far, because even though they're up 3-0 in this game, I just think Haiti tactically gave them the game. Like, I don't know what they expected to happen with the way they set up. That one stayed in. Ball Martinelli. Shoot. Yeah, man. Blood fire, Gabriel Martinelli. Yo, good try. Bombard. Yeah, man, drive up the price. I'm sure no Arteta go sell your blow. Yeah, man, score a world there and make your price go up there. Him no offside, you know? I think the keeper might have got a touch to it. If a one strike, Martinelli have do at that. See when him are running from the left like that and him can whip it to the inside, him have the shot there. Good try. What a try by Martinelli there. Hey, Martinelli, I say, listen, me, man. Me know you not think me fair play, no, but I me fair play. You know that did score, see, man. They would have got that would have got to VAR and I think it onside, you know. So Brazil make 3 subs, 1 force. Then Cunha and Paqueta. Showing back the 3 goals now. Cunha didn't know much about that one, but he was alert. The second one, brilliant strike. Falling down, just got his foot wrapped around it just enough for it to get in at the near post and then Paqueta over the top. How many times did we see this ball? And good composure to slot the goalkeeper to make it 3-0. And that's where we are. All 3 of those goals coming in the first half. Yo, Hendrick strong no blood fire, man. And just pick up the money. Easy. Yeah, man. It look onside, man. And the ref hurry up and put up flag. Rafinha look a little sad, you know, like something really are going. Because he's marketable still to this day. People still love that brother. That's why I stop watch Fox, you know. I can't deal with it. Or I just watch Telemundo. See, all during hydration break, me I get highlights and different little tactical looks. Fox a show be a commercial. I'm for move up and go. Can you tell me say Telemundo lose a bag of money because them not put commercials on? Yo, why you take off that brother? Yo, this coach bring 75 striker. At least Joseph can play wide too, but boy, I don't know. It's more Providence have a little more guile and you know, this man that's how get the ball and just run. This man gonna get the ball and just run. They are hungry. Mm-mm. Yeah, about three different man. Dan Little from game start, you know, man. Adidas face boy. Yeah, that have something to do with it. Good quarter for Haiti. That won't get old. Alexander's finished 3-1. Ooh. I feel like you probably get some good odds for that, you know. If you predict the final score to be 3-1 to Brazil. I don't think that will be the case though. I think Brazil probably score at least one more goal. I'm not even I don't know if Haiti find one today, you know. I don't think so. They could, but I don't think so. Hamstring injury, them say? Oh. Depends on how bad. Hamstrings usually is at 2 weeks, even if it's not that bad. Hendrick, you make that one the too obvious, my G. You can't just shoot the man like that. You can ease him out of it, but you can't. I want the two, you know, show you inexperience there. So they'll cry over the top. Danilo, maybe they are accustomed for bringing in, okay, and right back, you know, but you play good today still. You still seem to, you still are a good enough athlete to get back. But I have to see you play a team where really have a challenge you. I no disrespect to Providence, but you man do it. And you man, you know, others that go and play that position. Yeah, that's true. He has had a couple of hamstring injuries lately, so it might be a thing. Let's see if he plays again this World Cup. Yeah, the hamstring in a World Cup is tough, man, because it really and truly hamstring is just a resting. So you might feel like you're good, but the minute you go out there and push it, you can make it worse. So yeah, Brazil doctors and stuff always get a lot of praise from everybody except like club managers who are accustomed. But players usually always say them do good work, you know, physios and stuff. So maybe them can get him to a level where he can play before the World Cup done. Yeah, man, run pan them, Joseph. That's all they there for, you know. Run. Man, run right in the people. Yeah, man, run right in the people, man. After the man beat the first one, the man just go find the next man for run into. I don't know why this coach carries so much striker, brother. Nazan can't even get a game. Man, rate Lenny Joseph, boy. Barcelona might be like, hey, put him on ice unless necessary. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they would love. That's why when Conrad I say, John will star me, I say, but Conrad, that good for you, man. As long as him not mash up him ACL or something like that, that's fine. Just let him play in the World Cup. But maybe Conrad look on it like how some fans of clubs look on it. Like me personally, I want Saka and rest them, and by the way, and Gabriel Magalhaes, I want all of them play good. Because that better for them when they come into the next season confident. Douglas Santos. Ooh. Brazilian left back. But him is not the Brazilian left backs of old. When the man they get them ball in them position there, man, that I get rocket. Man try place it. Go on experience. Brazil just look like they could just do it. Somebody to fast forward the time. Them just want to get through this game at this point. Up 3-0 in a decent position. They will be on top of the group because they'll have the superior goal difference to Morocco. Casemiro. Good ball finding Ryan. Slip it through. Here's Hendrick. Good. Good. Was it offside? Was it offside? Oh, it was offside. Jaja. Check it. Check it. Check it. You sure? Are you sure? It looked very close, you know. Ah, first good thing I did do from there. Man just holding ground, make him run offside. Osh Enrique. Enrique. Bruno Guimaraes. Douglas Santos. Enrique. Gabriel Martinelli. Yeah, man, that's my Portuguese. Portuguese. Vinicius Junior. Why these Brazilians keep getting offside? Them can't see our what? Hey, that's timing, man. Anxiety. Yeah, JB, the thing is, they never even have wingers like that. It's just forwards. And they literally have Casimir, Dedson, Etienne. Well, they do have four wingers, so it balances this one. But the man them have Nazan, Isidore, Joseph. But the next man named Fortune, Piro. Like, that's five. That's too many, man. Oh, good ball, Isidore. Oh, unlucky. Boy, Isidore a trade some pass through, you know, still, you know. Don't think the man not trade some pass, you know, you. Man, trade some pass. Boy, but I love to see that game I start back. You know, man, them play 4-2-3-1, bro. It's just so much better. Danilo Santos and Edison coming on. So this will be Danilo Santos coming on for Vinny. So that will just simply push Martinelli further forward. And I think Edison will come on for Bruno Guimaraes. So Edison just signed to Manchester United. And Bruno G has run his race. So I think Danilo will just swap places with Martinelli. Martinelli was playing as a midfielder. Now he'll go to more of a forward role. And Etienne Jr. comes on for Bellegarde. He's run his race. Nothing left in the tank for him. Good first touch by Ryan. Over the top, looking for Martinelli. What a first touch. Can he bring it down and keep it? Plays it wide to Edison. Edison into the box. Enrique couldn't control. Edison wins it back, but he's going to be called for a foul. Martinelli was unlucky there. He had a great first touch, and it just got caught under his feet a little bit. And Ade got hit flush in the face, in the stomach, everywhere. Yeah, pretty clear offside there. It wasn't that far off, but it was off. And Ade did well to just not step. He just didn't make that step with his left foot until after it was played. So good reading of the game there from Ade. Yeah, I think sometimes the player might have made their mind up when the ball is coming to them, not seeing that the player checked them run, or it's just not available. Haiti made a good second half adjustment, coupled with Brazil can't stay on side. For real. Why is it or try get involved, brother? Elcra. Back to Ade. Go back to the keeper now. Yeah. This is a problem now for Brazil. Here's Dedson. Oh, what a tackle by Casemiro that time. Well played. Allison. Ooh, what am I deal with Martinelli, so brother? Etienne out on this left flank. Plays in experience and he fouls. I think that's, who was that? Casemiro? They're really costless, so I tell you. Gonna take us Jamaica 28 years again to get a soup group like that again, or probably never. Yeah, the soup group. Well, I mean, do you think any Jamaican, no matter what kind of group we get, gonna really say soup again? It'll brave to call the next group soup, Hmm. Referee. Blood fire. Casemiro, give it that one there. Ah, Isidore. Oh, I wasn't Isidore. Sorry. Isidore with a control that. I idiot Joseph that. Oh, my drink soup. I watch the group. Haiti was bad in the first half because and it was the coach. The coach set them up to fail because the man put two men in the midfield against four men. And I'm not a genius at numbers, but that don't make much sense to me. I said them just put every damn country in it and done. Danilo feel the hamstring them now. Danilo feel the hamstring them now. He said we're gone left Marquinhos, you know. Yeah, man. Could I tell you that? I'm gonna try this. Goal. Oh, what kind of defending that, Gabriel? To work though. Yeah, man. 100 here. Everybody will be there. Just invite everyone. Oh, good tackle, boy. And the difference with Edison, man look fresh. Yo, that's like can get worse from go MLS, brother. Swear. You are to Ade. Just an idiot, yeah. The hell would they do that, bros? Why would you from there? Yeah, 100 years next time for real, because 1930 the first World Cup, no? Yeah, that's why them have so much place to host it. Uruguay host a game. Who again? Uruguay and two other country. I think it's Argentina and forget the third one. Yeah, I know Spain and Portugal, I know Morocco. And then it's like three other places too. I go host a game or something. Some kind of madness. Yeah, Argentina, Uruguay, and one other South American place too. Etienne Jr., what a shift. Watch Deadson do some rubbish now. Yeah, tell you, man. Offside. No? Yeah, indeed offside. I tell you, say, yo, stop play Deadson, coach. Him dead. What madness he must say now, JB? You know, say probably I say some foolishness. Haitian fan them still a cheer. That's what I'm telling you, say. You know, say, boy, Curacao get 7-1 and Haiti you gonna lose 2 times and brother, I think them business with that. Them not gonna take back the 12.5 million, you know. I'm still gonna get it, you know. Wow, first time I see under six for injury time. 5 minutes. Quality. Shaking my head, Haiti. Oh gosh, man, the outside back thing ever kill me, brother. I hate the outside back thing, you see, man. Outside back and over the end line. I hate that. Karate. And my cousin will love bombard argue about everything. The man tell me say goal. Oh my gosh, Edison. You couldn't just put that back across with somebody else, brother. Kick the ball off him standing foot. Go play the number 6, yeah, brother. You're clumsy. Hey, Martinelli fast, you know. You can't leave out the USA even when other commentators not even mentioning them in the conversation, trying too hard to sound like he knows what he's talking about and be funny. Well, I mean, look, you can't say that, JB, you can't say the man don't know the game because he played the game at the highest level, right? But I just feel like I'm not gonna say, oh, Martinelli again is loose. Don't pass to nobody, just run past people. Fire Martinelli. Why you give the ball? Why Hendrick just come short down your space a while ago? Magales, Magalhaes, Marquinhos. Jeez, please. Oh, what kind of tackle that, brother? Oh yeah, just the words he use. Yeah, America State, them can't just do it like other people. Them have to try figure out a way to make it their own way. So a lot of the terms them change, them don't say football, them say soccer, It's for them style that, brother. Etienne Jr. Not the worst attempt in the world from the substitute. Good try. Dominique Simon has done all right in the midfield since coming on. Yeah, man. The man go to Turkey for the hair. Or a toupee. I'm not sure which one, but yeah, that's not natural. Man, definitely find that hair there. Put it. Trust me. 'Cause he definitely was balding. Man, report Flemo, him a coach in a USL to blow out. Yeah, man, he was literally balding JB. And now man forward out with some hair. But I think the man does him either go get the transplant something or him have one of them toupee piece something there. Breeze blow. it probably glue down still. Etienne Jr. Jeez, ay, ay, ay. Ryan, kick this shit out of him. Brazil get a yellow card today. Douglas Santos. And I benchman them. Marquinhos clears. And that will be the end of the game. 3-0 to Brazil. No goals added on in the second half, but still a convincing win, 3-0. And I think the Haitian manager can show the team the second half with a little bit more composure in the final third. You never know how the last game will go. Morocco will for sure be the favorites, but you gotta go play the game. You never know. But let's just take a look at the stats of this one. Hold on, let me pause this for a second. Jamaica rank higher than Haiti. Are we? I think we are in like the CONCACAF rankings thing, but as far as the FIFA ranking, hold on. Yeah, we are. They're 83. Damn. Yeah, we're like 70 something, 71 maybe. But yeah, the overall stats in this one, people. Let's see. We have 57% to Brazil, 43 to Haiti, 1.50 expected goals to only 0.25. All that 0.25 came in the second half. Brazil did not create a big chance in the second half. All their big chances in the second half came from offside moves. 8 shots each total. So not a big discrepancy there. Both teams had 4 corners. You see the passes, about 130 more, so 120 more attempted passes by Brazil. Shots on target 5-3 in favor of Brazil. Scored a lot of big chances. Touches in the opponent's box, very close actually, 24-17. Accurate passes, 461, 331. Look at the entries, 53-50. So that kind of tells me that Haiti was just wasteful today. They had enough entries to do cause some damage. For you to have 50 entries in the match and then only and not get 3 shots on target and have an expected goals of just 0.25, then yeah, you were really wasteful once you got into the final third then. So kudos to Brazil's defense, and also shame on Haiti for having that many entries and so little goal threat. Duels, Brazil ended up better in that department, 57-43. They dominated in the air and also had the better ground duels. Passes in the final third, not that far apart, but as you can see, Haiti with the lower percentage in the final third. Haiti went long a lot more often, but they were very effective going long, so not the worst tactic in the world. And then you see crosses, 11 attempts, but 3 converted for Haiti. Haiti, if they could get more crosses in, would have been better. I still will say in that second half, tactically, was much better set up to face this Brazil team. But it was too little, too late in the end, as they were already staring the 8 ball in the eye, down 3-0 at halftime to Brazil. So I look at the updated standings in Group C. Brazil now top the group on goal difference. Morocco in second on 4 points as well. So that final day will tell the story of this group. Scotland on 3 points, looking decent as a third place team. And Haiti will need somewhat of a miracle with a -4 goal difference right now and 1 game left to play. So uphill climb for Haiti. Looks like that will mess up my bracket already. Not my bracket, but mess up one of my selections to get out of the group. Had Haiti finishing third in this group, I'm almost certain I did. Had Scotland finishing last, so not gonna look the way I thought it was in Group C. But I will say Group A and Group B going kind of as I planned, as I had both the CONCACAF teams, getting out of that group. I did have Switzerland winning the group though over Canada, so we'll have to wait and see if that actually happens. But yeah, it's been a wicked day of football today. Before we move ahead to what happened or what will happen tomorrow. Yeah, What happened to Flemo? Oh, Flemo was playing in USL and I think he did call somebody a B-boy. And I think because Donovan know the word and kind of play against Jamaicans, the man basically tell the ref what it mean and this and that and get him a red card. And he ended up getting a ban for like the rest of that season or something like that. So that's kind of part of why he did leave USL. He was in some hot water about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Respect Milky Moo. You're gonna do the turkey game? No, JB. I think that game they don't start till what? About 12 or 11. See what time that game they come on. Yeah, 11 o'clock. No, I'm not think so. I'm have a like a earlier morning, and I mean I'm going to be probably watching it in the bed. So if I don't finish that game, I wouldn't be shocked because kind of need to get a little rest anyway. So yeah, I'm going to just close off the show maybe another 20-30 minutes. Just talk about some of the games them today or some of my thoughts on the games today, and then just preview the first couple of games tomorrow. I think tomorrow we have games at I think 1 o'clock is my side, Netherlands, Sweden. I got up on the road for that. I got up on the road for the Germany game. I should be back home by the Ecuador Curacao game. And then we have Tunisia, Japan as the late night game. So probably will jump on, if not by the start of the Ecuador game, definitely at some point during that game, I'll be on to just do my World Cup nightly show. Talk about the games then from the day, Netherlands, Sweden, Germany, Cote d'Ivoire. And if I get home in time and get set up in time, I will jump on while the Ecuador Curacao game is going on and just have a similar format to today. Do the live watch along, talk about the game that's being played, talk about the games today, and of course, preview the games coming up the next day. Let me get my. All right, before we get into day 10 predictions, let's just take a slight step back. Let's take a slight step back and look at the games from earlier today that were played. Hold on 1 second, people. All right, people. So Haiti played well despite the loss. I thought they played well in the second half. I thought the first half they didn't play so well. Um, you missing my side game? Yeah, I'm gonna be on the road tomorrow, but I'm sure I'll be watching it. I'll have actually a couple of devices with me, so I'll only need one. So I'll use one to watch that game. It should be in between Jules like actual stuff she got going on. But I think I'll be like at the field, so yeah, I'll just be there. I can't really stream while I'm at those events, cause it's just too loud and stuff. But um, I'll definitely be watching it and have my little book there to take my notes so that later on when I come on, I have my talking points and stuff. So this was the game from today. USA, some big calls made by the manager today. They have it listed here as a 3-5-2. I think it actually was just a straight up 4-2-3-1, just the same, with Pepe off the left and Balogun up front. They deemed to see it this way. I didn't really see it as such because it looked like McKennie was playing, a little more advanced than Tillman and Adams. But yeah, they said it went like this. I thought Pepe, when you look at even his heat map, you can see like he did most of his touches in his own half really wide. And I thought the tactic was when they went forward, Robinson took the width and Pepe kind of joined Balogun as a second striker. So, depends on which phase of play you are looking at. It could have looked like this shape, or it could have looked like 4-2-3-1. Now, big surprises on the side of Australia as well. I thought it was very strange that they changed anything from the first game. So they went to a back five. They didn't play the system in the first game. I didn't see the need for it. Similar to with Haiti, I just thought it made them look outnumbered in the midfield. And similar to Haiti, it was, they're down 2-0 at the half. I mean, it was 3-0 for Haiti, but you get my point. And then in the second half, when they made the substitution, took off Toure, brought on Iran Kunda, brought on Connor Metcalf, brought on Guerrilla for Burgess, and that made all the difference. They went to a back four from that point. They had an extra body in midfield, so they weren't getting outnumbered. And, all the best to Toure, but I think he's been one of the most underwhelming players at the World Cup, bro. I know him play for Norwich City, so he's in the championship, but brother, this man does strong and fast. Him don't know what name touch at all. So when Iran Kunda came on, it was a different level of threat. Metcalf brought some stability to the middle of the park. And, Guerrilla did well as that right-sided defender. I thought Volpato, when he came on, was a threat. I think he probably played himself into a start, for me personally at least. Because they will need to have a good result now after winning the first game, losing the second. They'll need something positive in that last game to make sure that they come out of the group. But USA, like I said, smooth sailing now. 6 points from 6. They will be topping this group. And that was big because it just limits their travel now as they move forward in the competition. 62% ball possession for USA, 38 to Australia. And the split must be interesting because first half it was dominated by USA. Second half, it was a lot closer, and that's because Australia grew up here at halftime and tried to actually play with the US. Didn't just sit back the whole entire time. Expected goals kept below 0.5 by the US, so good defending on the day for them. Big chances created 2 to the USA, and if I'm not mistaken, they missed one of those big chances, so they could have had even another goal in this game. They did score from an own goal by Burgess, and also Alex Freeman scoring on Juneteenth. Yeah, big goal for him. His career has just taken off after playing in the MLS, getting called by Patch as an MLS player to the MLS only camp, impressing so much that Patch kept him in the main team when the internationals came back or the European based players came back in. And before you know it, a couple of great windows with the US, he gets a transfer over to Villarreal in Spain. So Freeman has had a ridiculous year in terms of football. And the crazy part about all of this for Freeman is, Alex Freeman, I think, is only like 20. Let me see. Yeah, he's 21. So he'll be 22 in August. But, I mean, his rise from where he was to where he is today is just kind of crazy. So, yeah, Freeman did his thing for sure. Looking back at the stats, though, shots on target, only 2 apiece for each team. So it wasn't like USA peppered them. Second half, I think Patch will analyze that second half and try to figure out why the game changed the way it did. The USA had all the momentum first half and even the early part of the second half. But once it got to about 25, 30 minutes left, it was really one team looking dangerous. Towards the end, when they were kind of really pushing for it, US had a few counters that they could have done better on. But for the most part, their game kind of dried up in that second half. So I think Patch will have to analyze that second half and try to figure out why it went the way it went. 65 to 43 final third entries. But again, if you look at the splits in this game, in the first half, 38 to 19, so double them up all together. And then in the second half, we're talking 27-24, so a much tighter number of final third entries once it got to that second half. So those tactical tweaks at halftime definitely helped out with Australia. And I think Australia needs to learn now that, listen, yes, our strength is defending. Yes, we're a counter-attacking team, but we can't overdo it. We can't, just try to sit back an entire half or an entire game. We have to take some of the game. And Australia proved that they have decent enough players to where they can play the football. They can at times, rotate and be a little more expansive. Yes, I don't think 90 minutes that is what they would do to be most effective, but you have to keep the other team honest at some point. And I think they decided to do that in the second half. And maybe looking back, the coach will say, well, if we had done more of that in the first half, maybe it's a different ball game. So hopefully the coach learns from what transpired today. I think that they went a little bit too respectful as far as playing against the US. And I couldn't for the life of me understand why you wouldn't start the Iran Kunda kid. I mean, clearly he's a big threat, caused a big threat in the first game. He's your most on-form attacking player right now. Like, I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me why you wouldn't start him. Even if you didn't want him to start up front because you want Touré to start, start him wide like he did the first game, But clearly he had a different tactical idea, and I don't think that tactical idea was the best one personally. And it kind of showed because they improved drastically in the second half when they kind of tweaked the formation back to what they did in the first game. But USA looking decent. Like I said, the second half, if you're a pessimistic USA fan, you'll focus on that second half and wonder why you weren't able to really put that team away. Because at 2-0, like I said, the last 25, 30 minutes, Australia was looking good. If they could have found a goal and made it 2-1, you never know. It could have gotten really, really antsy and nervy in that last part of the game. So USA have to work on just really kicking teams when they're down. They did have that chance today. Even in the second half when they came out, they really were playing well enough to get that third goal. But once the tide kind of changed, they were really unable to get back control of the game. And, Australia ended off the game the better team, even though USA won 2-0. So that's really what's going on with USA. They have Turkey to play, and they will be awaiting to see how the other game in their group goes. But this is the current standings as of right now. Australia pretty much will lose that tiebreaker with USA, even if they finish on points with them. Because the first tiebreaker is the head-to-head between the teams concerned. So if Australia were to finish on 6 points, once they look at the head-to-head and see that USA got 3 points against them, then that eliminates any chance. So USA will top the group. That's pretty much set in stone. Who will finish second is what is not set in stone. And of course, Paraguay will play Australia in that last game, and USA will face Turkey in that last game. So Australia pretty much, well, it kind of depends. So if Turkey is to win tonight, and then on the final day, they have the same result as Turkey, then Australia would hold the tiebreaker over them. Paraguay, of course, if they were to get 3 points tonight and then draw with Australia, then we would go to, overall goal difference would be the first tiebreaker if those two teams drew their game, which is a possibility. So USA, really much the only team kind of set in their position. They will top the group by virtue of them winning their second game today. Let's see. So let's go to the other games today. The other games today were Scotland and Morocco. Now, this game was very, very controversial. Second half penalties not called. The first one, John McGinn. I mean, I don't think you can get much clearer than that one. What happened on that play should have been a penalty, I think. Free, man. Free from shackles. My bad, correction, spelling, Sapase, Napule. You have to give Haiti credit. Them never get 6. For real. JB never get to in prediction. Halfway there, we was feeling good about it. All right, so this was the stats of the game. Scotland is not going to have more possession. They had about half the expected goals. They did create one big chance, but Morocco had 3 on the day. Morocco outshot them 12-6. Shots on target 2-0. So only 2 shots on target all game. There was a stingy defensive display by both teams, to be fair. Final third entries 62 to 59 in favor of Morocco, but very, very close on that front. Big chances missed, 2 by Morocco, only 1 big chance missed by Scotland. But that was really all they needed to get a point in this game, which would have put them at the top of the group right now. But because of that loss, this group is a little bit different looking as it stands. Morocco and Brazil top the group with 4 points. You see the duels, slight advantage to Scotland. Entries very close, as I said before. Long passes, both teams went long about 45 times or so. Final third passing, Morocco was better, higher percentage there. Tackles, Scotland had more tackles, more interceptions. Morocco more recoveries, and then both teams making one error that led to a shot. But today, Morocco probably will look at it and say, yeah, we should have put them away in the first half. They really were the better chance in the first half, better team in the first half. They had 3 big chances that they got, were only able to score 1 of them. And when you look at the lineups today, pretty much the same starting 11 for Morocco today. Didn't make any changes. Scotland did make a few. Tierney coming in. Brian Christie started the game as well. Didn't start the first game. But yeah, I just think Scotland were a bit unlucky. I thought they ended the game the much better team. They were putting their opponents under a lot of pressure. But they could not find that breakthrough in the end. And this one ended 1-0. But I think all the conversation is going to center around the Uzbeki referee, Ilgiz Tantashev. I think he definitely, could have given Scotland a glorious chance to get the draw if he had called a penalty on the player when John McGinn was taken out. Even later in the game, McTominay went down as well. And, I was just surprised that VAR didn't have a look at that one at least, especially with it being so late in the game and such a crucial call. But nothing was doing on their end there. And Scotland will feel aggrieved because, once they got through that spell in the first half where Morocco was the definite dominant team, and even in the second half at the early stages, Scotland really ended that game off strong. And for all that endeavor, they weren't rewarded at all, either by a goal or with a call going their way. So look, all is not lost for Scotland. They got the all important 3 points in the game 1. So I think if they can do some kind of positive result against Brazil, they should be fine. And who knows, maybe even 3 points would be enough to be one of the 8 best third place. But I'm sure they know that getting to 4 will probably make all the difference of them getting 2 or not. So it's a tough task. They will be facing Brazil. And Brazil knows going into that game that they want to top the zone, so they need positive result as well. Probably want 3 points. They'll probably be assuming that Morocco will get the 3 points over Haiti, which you can't assume that, but if you're Brazil, you should think that way because you need to get the 3 points to top the group. And I think Brazil knows as well that, the travel for the winning team is typically a little bit easier, right, of the group. So with that being said, I think that they'll come out all guns blazing to get the 3 points. So that should be an interesting final day in Group C. We just watched Brazil-Haiti, spoke about that at length, so no need to talk about that now. So let's move into the final game of the evening, which is about to start in, 5 minutes? I didn't even realize we're so close to the start of that one. Let's see if I can turn on this game. Soon turn it on. But let's just take a look at the lineups and we'll just leave a quick prediction of what we think will happen. So we have Shakir in goal again, had a rough outing the first day. Kaliaglu starts again, Bardacci, Demiral and Muldur make up the back 4. Chalanoglu and Yuksek in the midfield. Kenan Yildiz, who came on and was very effective off the bench in the first game that they lost to Australia. He starts from the start. No surprise there. Arda Guler and Akgun. So Buruk Yilmaz is actually the one who drops to the bench. I thought Arta Kaglu was poor as the main striker, the centre forward in the first game, but he keeps his place and Buruk Yilmaz drops to the bench. I thought they might just play Yilmaz up front, But now the coach goes for Artekoglu up front. Then on the other side, we have Paraguay, 2 changes, 2 players that did not play at all in the first game, make it into the starting 11. We have Gill in goal, Alderete and Gomez in the back line. That's one of the strongest centre-back pairings I can think of. Caceres at right back, Alonso at left back. Then we have Kubas and the new starter Galarza, who didn't get a run in the first game, in the pivot. We have Diego Gomez and Almiron on the flanks. And then there's 2 strikers tonight. Julio Enciso will probably drop a little bit off of that front line and help in midfield as well to build the play. And also Isidro Pita up front as well. Didn't get a game in the first game. Ivan Barton, he is a CONCACAF ref from El Salvador. You should know him very well. One of the better referees in CONCACAF, or at least one that gets a lot of games in CONCACAF. I never really like how he refs at all. But he will be the referee in the middle tonight. And yeah, that is the game that's about to kick off in about 3 minutes from now. So I will say, people, that this game, I think Turkey bounce back, get it done. I think Yildiz, Golier, these players have good performances tonight. And they get over the line against Paraguay. Paraguay have nothing to lose, so they should be a dangerous team. But I still give Turkey the slight edge tonight. So I'm gonna say Turkey wins this game. 2-1, 2-1, close game, 2-1 though. I think they win the game 2-1. 2-1 or 1-1. I'm going to give Turkey the slight edge. I think Turkey gets some points today. Should have been a pen. Ref, yeah. Jason, Jamaica will struggle in the Caribbean going forward. I believe so, Lamar. There's a lot of competition out there. A lot of competition. I was having that argument with somebody earlier. They were telling me how we have all these young players coming through and should be fine. I don't see all these young players coming anywhere. I don't see them. Gary Card 9.93. What? Since when him start run so fast? I mean, Rob Smith, that's quick, but I mean, 9.7s and 9.8s is what you need these days, you know. I guess if he's running 9.93 now, he can get faster. But 9.93, I mean, the collegiate guys are running 9.7s, so you know, that's great. 9.93 is good, but show me a 9.8. Yeah, so U20 guys are running 9.8s. What's the world championship winner at that age running? Probably a 9.8 something, right? Or no? Am I not thinking straight? Oh, that is the top. Okay, well, I stand corrected. I thought they'd be running faster than that. I think 3 points be okay to make to the next round if tight against Brazil. Yeah. Yeah, McTominay. Yeah, that one wasn't as talked about, but I mean they could have at least checked it. That is true. Most of them, I guess it's not the freshman they're running those times. Blessings, Logan. What go on? Yeah, so 2-1 for the game, I'm say. Now tomorrow, like I said, I won't be around for the first couple of games. I won't be at home at all. I'll be on the road. So let me see. So my side I play tomorrow, Netherlands and Sweden. We need 3 points in this one. I can't go into the last game on 2 points or 1 point. That will not be a good look. These are not the starting lineup, so this is what they're predicting. Really and truly, it just look like them play about the same man them on both teams. So they haven't changed anything about either team. Well, no, they have, because I think Hein did Hein start? I can't remember. I don't think he did. But anyway, this might not be how it starts out, but I do expect Gyökeres and Isak to play again. And definitely Somerville, because he's on form. But let's see if there are any other tactical tweaks made. Michael Oliver, who we know well from the EPL, will be reffing this game tomorrow. And it's Koeman versus Potter, 2 former EPL referees, so they should know the referee well as well. But yeah, we need to bounce back. I thought we had a good game against Japan. I thought Japan also had a good game against us. And we had stretches of the game where we were in control. They had stretches where they were in control. The hope is that, against a team like Sweden, that control will be able to be more sustained. But Sweden do have the attack to hurt us when we attack, because we do leave our backline exposed from time to time. I think Van de Ven on the backline is a bit of a cheat code because he can track back for us and sprint and chase people. But at the same time, we don't want to get too stretched against this Sweden team, because I do believe that, Nygren in the half space and then Isak and Jokeres can cause a lot of problems. So this will be about control. This will be about, when we get into the final third, finishing off the action, force a goal kick, force a corner, force a save. Too many turnovers in the final third will give Sweden too much confidence on their counter-attack breaks. We need to make sure we limit those and just keep control of the game. We don't need to necessarily, make it a basketball game. I think, with the 1 o'clock game time kickoff, it will be hot. It's going to be in Houston at NRG. So, hopefully they close the damn stadium, because that's a really, really hot time. So I would love for the stadium to be closed. I think it will be more than likely, but let's see. But yeah, I'm going for a Netherlands win, of course. I think they know that they need the 3 points to kind of get back. Wow, it's already 1-0 to Paraguay. Oh my gosh. A master stroke by the coach, Galarza, who started this game, comes on the pitch, didn't get a game in the first game at all, comes on the pitch and scores. Holy crap. Don't think I'm going to be available for tomorrow, so I'm leaving my prediction. Okay, cool. Paraguay score 1-0. Wow, that's crazy. Not even turn on the game yet. Missed the goal. Let's see about the goal, people. But yeah, I think Netherlands win the game tomorrow. I think that we get some goals as well. So I'm gonna say Netherlands 3, Sweden 1. Netherlands 3, Sweden 1. That's what I'm going for. I know Sweden scored 5 in the first game, but a lot of that had to do with Tunisia just being poor. Don't think they'll be able to open us up just the same. So I'm going with a 3-1 victory to the Orange. And then the game after that, tomorrow, that I won't be around for, is a big one. Germany and Cote d'Ivoire. This game will be from Toronto at BMO Field, and it will be a 4 o'clock kickoff for me. And Germany versus Cote d'Ivoire should be a big one. This is the top of the table clash. Of course, Germany lead the group on goal difference, but this will really tell who is going to finish first in this group. Now, I think that Germany could be in for a surprise, because I don't think that Curacao would have challenged them how the other two teams going to challenge them. And I think Ivory Coast playing them first after Curacao is good for Ivory Coast. I could see Ivory Coast coming out and really laying down a marker early if they can score early. That I would love to see how Germany react to playing against a team like Cote d'Ivoire. I think much more defensively solid. Even though they're going to come and attack you, they're not going to leave themselves as wide open as Curacao did. And they just have better defenders overall. I think Singo and Agbadu had great games in the Ecuador game. If they can have similar games in this one, I think that they have a good chance of pulling the upset, and definitely a good chance of getting a point out of the game. But I think Germany, they have something to prove still, even after that 7-1. I don't think many people are giving them a lot of credit. They're saying that it was just a mismatch on the day. That's why they were able to spank that team so much. I happen to think that Germany actually played really well in the game, regardless of the opponent. We've seen other teams play teams that they were the favorite going into it against, and they drew. They barely scraped by and win 1-0. You can't discount Germany for scoring 7 against Curacao. I know that they got equalized on 1-1, but how they responded and what they did the rest of that game, I think you should pay attention. I think they have one of the more balanced teams when you look at it. I think they have left backs and right backs that actually play the position. The two center backs complement each other very well, from what I see. And also the two in the pivot complement each other very well, Mecha and Pavlovic. So look, this German team, I think when you look at the players that they have on the bench, maybe when they go to the if they have some injuries or something like that, that I would be interested to see how they cope. But I think as an 11, there might be other 11s that are bigger names or even more quality players. But I think Nagelsmann put together a 11 that really works well with the players on the field. And I think you're going to see that play out as they go through the tournament. But tomorrow, I think it will be the tough test for them. And I think also, it should be pretty warm at 4 in Toronto. I think that favors Cote d'Ivoire definitely. And I feel like if Cote d'Ivoire can score early in this game, and I think they'll start the better team tomorrow, honestly, just because they might just be more ready to have a challenge like against Germany. I think Germany is going to just take maybe a few minutes or so to adjust to the type of energy that Cote d'Ivoire are going to bring compared to Curacao. And also the quality, because Cote d'Ivoire is a better team quality-wise as well. So I think I want to say draw, but I don't know, man. I have a feeling that Cote d'Ivoire is gonna pull the upset tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna say draw. I'm gonna say this one ends in a 1-1 draw. So Germany, Cote d'Ivoire, I'm saying play the draw 1-1. Netherlands 3-2, Japan 2-1, Germany 4-2, and Ecuador 3-1. All right. So Logan have done all them scores for tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to try my best, people, to return tomorrow and start out my World Cup nightly with the 8 o'clock game. That's Ecuador and Curacao. Hopefully I can get back and ready with the stream in time. We'll run that one, and then we'll see how we feel if we come back again for the midnight game or not. People, I would love to. I would be lying to you if I said that I was up for it to just stay on and do the rest of this Turkey game. I'm going to sign off now, people. It was a pleasure bringing you the content from tonight. Brazil got the better of Haiti 3-0, and we have one more game going right now. As you can see, it's 1-0 Paraguay with the early goal. We're going to take in the rest of this game and see if Turkey can come back and get their first points of this 2026 World Cup. All right, people. But that is it. I'm going to sign off now. Let me get back on the screen right quick. Yes, people. I'm actually walking around the house trying to sort some stuff. But people, big up on yourselves. Thanks so much again for tuning in. I see 16 of you in the building right now. Greatly appreciate the support. Almost a 3-hour-long video. And most of you guys stuck with me the whole entire time through me eating dinner. All these things. Yeah, man, you guys really, really showed some support. I'm greatly appreciate that. All right, people. Big up on yourselves. Thanks again for tuning in. The analyst is going to watch the rest of this game off air, and I'll return tomorrow with some more content on the World Cup. If you enjoyed tonight's content, just be sure to subscribe, share the videos whenever you see them out, and also remember to smash that like button. Let me check the poll from tonight and see. So, wow, we have a dead split in the poll tonight, 33%, 45% to 45%. I just ended the poll, and that's crazy. It's literally Mexico has a 1 percentage point advantage. So 46% say Mexico, 45% say USA, and 9% of you think that Canada will go the furthest in this World Cup. We'll have to revisit that and see how close you guys were to the actual truth later in the tournament, people. So big up, and thanks again for tuning in. I'm Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV, and until next time, bless up.